All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is King of Cards Tarot Readings. And today we have a general collective reading. As you all know, I try to focus on the positive, but it's all present. The neutral, the negative. A lot of it comes down to perspective and where you're at in the collective. Doing these collective readings is fun because it's different than doing a personal reading. I have to take into account that although we are all responding to the same underlying energy, we do all have free will, choice, and different situations. So, for our main issue, we have Knight of Discs. This card is near and dear to my heart. I'm a bit of an introvert. I like to stay home a lot. I like to spend energy on the home, in the home, for the home. To me, there's not a better feeling than locking your door behind you once you're inside. The Knight of Discs knows this. So, the Knight of Discs is the fiery aspect of Earth. This is the action of the material, which is, in a sense, its steady state. So, an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and that tendency is the action. You could call it remaining, holding space, blocking, residing. Okay, we'll put a pin in that. I get these flash overall readings before I hit record because I draw the cards, I take a look at them, I think about what's going on, and then I start recording. And I don't use a script. I yawn a lot because I'm doing this at the end of my days lately. That may change, we'll see. So, my flash reading, my overall was sort of you have to get out of your own way. You have to go out there and see the world if you want to meet it. Nothing will happen from inside the home. But the Knight of Discs knows this. He doesn't want anything to happen. In fact, in his experience, things happening are the problem. are usually problematic and require a period of rebuilding. So, we'll come back to that, but I just wanted to get that out there before I get into this in depth reading. Wow. It's interesting. Both of our opposals are in reverse. On the right hand side, we have the Hermit. And Hermit in reverse is kind of giving me the feeling of hmm, like maybe it's saying it's worth inviting someone in. So, yes, remain in residence, but be open to opening that space to someone else. Okay, so I'm seeing that someone who maybe doesn't get out much, but maybe someone who doesn't have the same stability in their space as you do, they admire the space you hold. And so they're willing to leave their safety because they trust you. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So be open to opening your space to the right person. And in my estimation, this is a person who is hesitant to come to you, to enter your space. They know how important your solitude is. And they're like ready to leave at any moment. They're not trying to inhabit your space. Really, they're trying to emulate your stability in their own space. They want to get a taste of you and what you provide for yourself. Yeah, that's what's coming forward on that side. So, on the other side, on the left, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. And yeah, this is where in my flash reading, I was really getting this like put yourself on the line kind of vibe. But as I go deeper into this, what I'm seeing is really offering yourself as an example to this hermit character, showing them how you don't open your space just to anyone. You don't just sacrifice for the hell of it. This is an intentional opening for them, that they are worth your time, that you recognize that they themselves are going out on a limb to be with you. Yeah, I'm getting good stuff coming from this. And at first glance, I was really not wanting to follow what was coming forward for me. Because I was getting this, like, get out of your space, go put yourself in the world, wait to encounter some brash force that will swoop in upon you and demand your attention. But that's actually not what I'm getting now. I think there's a quiet force in your periphery who, yeah, if you can bring them in, I think it'll allow them to open up a part of themselves that they don't show to everyone because they'll see you showing a part of yourself to them that you don't show to everyone. Yeah, I'll come back down to this, but I just want to jump up to the deck clarifier because that's the brash person I was catching at first that I'm now seeing as an aspect of this hermit person that will come forward through your invitation into your world. So we have the Queen of Wands clarifying the whole reading, and she represents the watery aspect of fire. So she's the emotion of the action. She's hmm, yeah, she's an interesting character because it's like everything about her is action, you know? She does what she feels. She doesn't just do what she wants to do. She acts out her feeling. And this can be really difficult for a lot of people to handle. She. It's not that she pushes people away, it's more she moves things around. She's willing to, like, pick up an object and move it out of her way because she doesn't want it in her way. And she doesn't necessarily care where it ends up as long as it's out of her way. What's important for her is her path and clearing it. So, my flash reading had me seeing this as a force that was trying to get the Knight of Discs out of his space of comfort by encouraging him to deny his hermit nature and to essentially become a sacrifice. But as I've gone through the relationship of the Apostle's mirror of the night, I think that really you're being cautioned to avoid this person of the Queen of Wands, this woman in the world, and rather, I think you're being called to teach this Knight of Discs approach to a worthy student, in a sense, and to show and impart that nature onto them, and to bring forward in small part from both of you this element of the Queen of Wands. Now, I'm getting that for some of you, this is gonna operate in reverse. And in fact, you are going to find yourself out of the house encountering this Queen of Wands. And what you're being asked to do is to. It's almost like walk backwards to the home. Like keeping your gaze on the queen back towards home, slowly or quickly, but allow her to pursue you home. And in that pursuit, encourage her to sacrifice her nature of action and to enter a level of hermitage by entering your domain and, in a sense, to clear herself from your path rather than to move your world around. And that's why I say you have to back home and not turn your back to her, because she will move whatever she can. So you have to stay between her and anything she can manipulate, and really allow her to either retreat from you into the world at large where she can have her effect, or give her the chance to drop her accoutrement and cross your threshold without crossing your boundary. Like, let her enter your space, but don't give her space to enter. Like, keep her on the outside. Yeah, so I think some of you are gonna get that sort of experience. Um, See what resonates for you. Okay, so back to this hanged man in reverse. Everyone here in this relationship is trying not to follow their past behavior of being a pushover. The queen is, the knight is, and the hermit is. So I'm getting now a bit of a love triangle. I'm getting this hermit character who is usually overlooked by lovers, usually chosen last, called last, last resort, not chosen, but rather scavenged or poached. They often find themselves wanting the attention of a Knight of Discs type who is not so much pursuing a Queen of Wands energy, but is caught in a struggle with this Queen of Wands because she commands the attention of the whole room and everyone kind of has to deal with her. And so the Knight of Discs has to put so much attention on her or withdraw entirely. So all three of these characters are looking as the hanged man reversed, saying, I don't want to give up my sovereignty. I don't want to do it the other person's way. I want to do it my way. I want someone to do things the way I want them done for a change. That's coming up for all three of these parties. It's interesting. Yeah, some of you collective may even identify with this Queen of Wands energy. And you have some stubborn person in your life. You would call them stubborn. And you say, why won't they let me in? And you see their relationship with the hermit and you wonder, what are they whispering to each other? What's their secret conversation? And you want to know. You want to weigh in. You want leverage. And to you, I would say, try whispering with the hermit directly. Ask them, what is it you need? What is it you are going to the Knight of Discs for? Is there anything I can offer you? And maybe if you, Queen of Wands, Energy Collective, could go inside a little bit instead of acting everything out. Maybe you could find the Knight of Discs in you and find some stability. Maybe you could be the person the hermit confides in. Yeah, I'm getting some really interesting stuff from this. I'm trying to dig deeper. I know I usually go further than this. I'm trying to touch into the collective and what's coming through. Yeah, some of you are like, I don't want to leave the house this weekend. I just want to stay home. But how do I accomplish desires from a place of stability? And to you, I would say it's both caution and advice. It's weird. This is a weird reading. Or maybe I'm just adjusting how I read. But basically, the cards are saying if you stay home, you can avoid this Queen of Wands. You can stay the hermit. You can avoid sacrifice. And in that action, you can be the Queen of Wands. Let your action to remain indoors keep you a separate entity. Stay home alone. You'll hear me say that probably so much, too much. It's my biased opinion. Just stay home. So, secondarily, some of you may have a person in your life who is quiet, introvert, homebody, and they're waiting for you to invite them over to your place, to your space. And to those of you who resonate with that, if you're willing to let this person in and show them your way, they may show you their active emotions. And for some of you, this is a warning. Watch out. The hermit you bring home may erupt into a volatile expression. To some of you, that's a good thing. Could be a fiery passion that comes out of letting this person in a positive way. Could be sexual. For some of you, this could be an argument that comes out that this person has been holding back and not able to say. Sorry, mic cut out. Some of you are trying to decide between two people, a fiery person and a quiet person. And I guess to those people, I'd say it's a sacrifice either way. Maybe try bringing them together. Try put them in each other's space. See what kind of interaction they have with each other. Some of you are going to resonate with this Queen of Wands energy, and you're actually looking to this Knight of Discs, trying to figure out how to separate him from his hermit, his quiet girlfriend, maybe. And to you, I would say, try being more like her. Try being a little introspective instead of extroverted. Maybe invite the Knight of Discs to your space. Try to make it a safe space for him to come through. Maybe move something out of his way to allow him in. Create a space for him to reside. Whatever you're coming from, this question of sacrifice is coming in. This idea that if you stay true to yourself, you sacrifice the new experience. But if you seek out the new experience, you will sacrifice your control over self. And you invite someone else to play a role in determining your experience. Yeah. And for those of you who resonate with the shy, quiet hermit who wants the Knight of Discs, maybe try being a little more fiery, a little more Queen of Wands. Maybe try telling the Knight what you want. Say, hey, I would love it if you invite me over. I would love to spend time in your space. Yeah, regardless of who you are, where you are in the collective, you're either going to get more of the same of what you've seen your whole life, or you're going to try something new and you won't know what you're going to get. And that's a scary place to be. I, for one, don't know how I'm going to respond to this. Really, I'm just going to try and watch my tomorrow today, my today tomorrow, and see where these energies are coming up in me and where they're coming up around me. I think that's the best way to deal with any King of Cards tarot reading. Look at where these energies are present in yourself, all working together, and where you are aligned to these different energies in relation to other energies and entities in your life. So, yeah, I guess to take it back to me and my biased reading, my snapshot says stay home, be a hermit, don't sacrifice. Let your emotion guide your action. Watch out for the outside world that will knock you off your course and make you have to rebuild again. However, if you want experience, there's a lot available for you to experience. All you have to do is pay attention to what you want so you can go to the right person, and then pay attention to who you go to so you can approach them either to get from them what they normally do, or to get from them what they are less likely to do. There's a sacrifice present in all of this. There's a balance between the inner world and the outer show of things. And every choice bifurcates the future choices that are available. So yeah, thanks again for coming to King of Cards Tarot readings. As always, these messages are timeless. No matter how many times you come to this message, it's always gonna show you what's coming up for you in relation to this reading. Like I like to say, everything's present all the time, but you gotta focus on what you're focused on. So, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon, get those notifications. Trying to upload one video for every day. So some days I might have to upload a couple videos to catch up and or get ahead. I might try and get ahead. But yeah, it's a general collective reading. Thank you, my beautiful collective. And I'll see you soon.